Sorry, a little off balance there today. 1 second. All right. So, hello everybody and welcome to Ask an Angel Sunday Call. I'm so delighted that we've got a beautiful crew here today. For those of you who are aware of me through Instagram, I just want to make an announcement that I only have one account. One. And there are about 2 to 3 fake accounts being made from people or whoever every day. So if somebody is messaging you on Instagram and saying that they are me and that they're offering you a reading for money, please do not fall for that. That is not me. I will never direct message you and ask you for money. So it's not me, okay? I'm really sorry that's happening. It's completely out of my control. Seems like it's something that happens to people on Instagram, and it's a very unfortunate situation that people are in such a desperate state in their life that they have to succumb to such things, but we will send them compassion. Okay, so today is a full moon and the energy is beautiful but intense. Like, gosh, the vibration was just sort of moving like a circuitry through my body all night. And Lakshmi, who I don't usually channel or tap into, was coming in a couple nights ago, and I thought it would be beautiful to tap into Lakshmi's loving and abundant energy for all of you today. So I'm running another program in an hour, so our call is going to be a little shorter than it normally would. Normally it's an hour, and normally we do Q&A where you get to ask questions and then Raphael answers them. But today we're instead going to bring in Raphael and just talk about
Hold on. People are saying that they're not receiving audio. Just check in with that.
Huh.
Can people hear us? That's working fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just some people. And make sure everybody's muted.
All right. So everybody make sure that you're muted. I'm hoping you can hear. Wonderful. Okay. So for those of you who are just joining in, welcome to Ask an Angel free call. Today's call will be a little bit of a different format than we normally do. Normally you get to ask Raphael questions and Raphael answers them for the group. But today we're going to harness the vibration and the beautiful energy we have of the full moon. And we're going to bring in Lakshmi. Some of my old timers I can see are here on the call, like Ro is in front of me. Hi there, darling. And she was in the Awaken the High Priestess class that I did a very long time ago. Where Lakshmi was the first time that I channeled Lakshmi. And Lakshmi's energy is so beautiful and loving and supportive in opening us up to more abundance. So we're going to tap into the vibration today of abundance and receive a blessing, like an activation from Lakshmi. So that will require being kind of still. And so if you're distracted or on your phone or doing a million things while you're doing this, it's probably best to kind of get centered and really be present for this transmission we're going to do. If you can't, then you can go back later and listen to the replay that we will send out. So many of you, and I'm so delighted, are going to be in our Starseed class that starts next Saturday at 2 o'clock. Tonight at midnight is the last night to register for the Starseed Masterclass at the early bird price. You can still register next week, but it will be at a different price. And I'm excited about this class. I'm excited always about every class, but we're going to act as a pod, as we always do, of a soul family coming together as a starseed family to go into the Akashic records and to explore them, to find places where we have created vows and where we've created agreements and limiting beliefs that have carried through and bled into our current lifetime, that are not only just affecting us as personally in that we may be repeating patterns or habits or having a hard time breaking through in certain areas in our life where we need to or we want to have more love or connection or more abundance or fulfill our purpose or whatever. So we're going to work with all of that energy, with tapping into some pretty high dimensional, fifth dimensional and above beings from civilizations that were operating in a much higher frequency than we are here now, such as Lemuria and Atlantis and ancient Egypt. So I am excited about that. And again, that begins next Saturday at 2 p.m. If you've already registered, you should be getting emails now that say, you know, what the dates are, with a Zoom link, how to join the Facebook group, and how to prepare. One of the ways to prepare is to start practicing with visualization. So take a look at those emails. You're going to start visualizing dolphins and Lemurian crystals and pyramids and getting your third eye activated. All right, I think I've covered everything and we're gonna just get going here. Bring in Raphael. All righty. For those of you who are new to this, the way that I channel, everybody channels differently. I've been doing this 30 some years, since 1989. I close my eyes. I ground down. I'm going to ask all of you to ground into Mother Earth. I'm going to be rocking a bit, not sure why I do that. We asked Raphael on a call the other day why, and Raphael said, well, every time Raphael is rocking, the vibration is blessing those who are listening, so that's a beautiful answer.
And bowing to the divine.
And bowing to the divine. And my hands are going to be moving all around, and that is me, or not me, but Raphael using my body to do a clearing and an energetic blessing for all of you, so you'll be receiving that automatically. And my eyes are going to be closed. Sometimes I've tried a couple times to channel with my eyes open. I can do it, but it's definitely more comfortable with my eyes closed. All right, here we go. Hello. It is our pleasure to be here with all of you, and of course we say our because it is that I am not alone, and Lakshmi is here and very present. And although we have been trying to calibrate her energetic field to this particular vessel today, there has been a lot going on, and so it appears that she is asking that I shall be translating this transmission for you. However, it is before we are doing that, we are wanting just to tap into the energy and the vibration of the infinite. Because we are here to remind all of you, and that is our job from the angelic realm. That is why we come and we speak through others and we talk to you and we love you and we are present with you. And we also first want to just remind you that anything that you need to know, any answer that you are seeking in any way whatsoever, lives and dwells inside of you, and that you already have the answer, and that it is that you are not needing me in any way to tell you anything that you do not already know. It is a willingness to trust and to honor and to know yourself and to feel worthy of who it is that you are. And so we want to just talk for a moment about the connection between worthiness and abundance. Because it is that often when we are tapping into the energetic field of many, they are feeling lack somewhere in their life, and that lack may be around how they are feeling in their body, or having a relationship, or igniting what it is they are wanting to do with their life, or the idea of abundance that you connect to with the material or dollars or whatever it may be. And it is that dependent upon the vibration of the worthiness that you're holding and carrying within your being, is deeply connected to how much you can open up to the receiving of abundance itself. And one example is that sometimes you might be wondering, well, why is it that I'm in lack in a particular area for a very long period of time? And sometimes the shadow aspect of witnessing or seeing another who has something which you are wanting can bring up the energy of feeling jealous, perhaps, or envious. But we want you for a moment to think of someone maybe that has something in which it is that you are seeking, whether that be a relationship, or that be that they have an enormous amount of abundance in the material. And I want you to ask yourself, are they more worthy than you? Do they have more than you inherently divine within them that is not residing in you? Are they more important than you? Are they better than you? No, they are not. Because everything that you need to remember the divine aspect of who it is that you are resides within, and that there is no one anywhere on the planet that is better or greater or more worthy than you are. And when you begin to really know and to remember that, and to own the worthiness of who it is that you are, you can start to vibrate at a higher frequency, opening up into the space of the infinite, into the place in which all things are. And so we want to just to remind you of that, that you can only bring into your experience and begin to vibrate with something as much as you are allowing yourself to feel the worthiness and the deep connection to the divinity of who it is that you are, the greater aspect of self, in a deep acceptance and love and unconditional love for you. For we love you beyond measure from where it is that we are. And it is so easy for us to love you because we can see how sweet and beautiful and kind and loving and generous and open-hearted and hardworking and amazing you are on so many levels. And yet many of you neglect to see that within yourself, where the critical mind is up and running all the time. I could be better at this, or I haven't met that person yet, or I still don't have enough dollars for this, or I cannot do that. And it is that we have to keep reminding you that that critical mind of continuously telling yourself that you do not have something, or that you're not worthy or good enough to have something, is perpetuating and expanding upon that in which you're not wanting. And we know that's very basic in the understanding of bringing forth the manifestation of creation of whatever you are wanting. And yet it is easy to forget due to the programming that occurs from a very early age that is deeply embedded within the cells of who you are. And so it takes practice and time to begin to have conscious awareness of your thoughts, of your words, of your actions, and knowing that whatever it is that you're saying and putting out there is expanding and expanding. And right now, as the planet's vibrational frequency is accelerating at an exponential rate, as you're ascending into higher consciousness, and you add on to that something like that beautiful full moon that you're having now, it opens up greater and more space to really create, open, and manifest whatever it is you're wanting. And it is limitless, and we want you to know it is limitless. And in order to tap into the limitlessness, you have to begin to move your vibration out of density, out of the lower octaves, what you might think of the lower chakras, and up into a higher vibration. And where is it that it moves up and it begins to leap into the next octave of energy and frequency that allows the expansion of an opening into the infinite? Is in the energy and the vibration of gratitude. And it is that gratitude is what Lakshmi is going to talk to you about, what Lakshmi is going to do in the blessing today for you. But before we begin to bring forward Lakshmi's energy to bless all of you with greater abundance as her beautiful golden light gets poured into all of you, we want you to begin to remember that in order to move into the space of the quantum field, to move into the place of the infinite, of all that is, to begin to align with it, you have to lift yourself out of form, away from matter, because sometimes you forget you're so caught in the illusion of the human experience that you're embodied in your body, and you think that this body that you are in with the name that you have and the life that you are living is who it is that you are. And of course you are thinking that. Why wouldn't you, right? Because your narrow vision is closed in to understanding that, and you can only see that in which you are in this moment. But as you begin to expand your conscious awareness through meditation and practices, and you begin to open up beyond that, releasing and letting go completely of the identity of who you are, and then moving out from that as you let go of the idea that you have a name and that you have a body and that you're in a room and that you are in a home and that you are in a state or a country or on the earth, as the earth itself even begins to disappear. And then you're out in the nakedness of the empty space of nothing. And there you begin to see the stars and the galaxy, all the universes, and they begin to fall away. And as all of that falls away, and the idea of the senses of seeing and smelling and hearing and tasting fall away, you begin to just float as an awareness of consciousness in a field that is tangible, what you might call the universal field of love, of awareness. You might even name it God. It is a place where everything is, and everything that ever has been was born from, and everything that will be has been and lives and dwells there. And it is that when you can let go of the identity of who you are, dropping into the awareness of that empty space, you can tap into it and play with it, and it becomes tangible, becomes like a field of energy that is vibrating with the infinite possibilities of anything that you would like to put there. Because it is literally, in a sense, projecting and holding the space for the reality that you know to be now. There is a vibrational field, you might call it the quantum field, that is all-knowing intelligence, that is projecting the experience of what it is that you are experiencing in this now moment. It is holding that space. And as you become more and more aware of it, and you project into it the intent of your thought form of what you are wanting to project into your experience, it begins to move and to calibrate to that. And like a projector, it begins to project into the holographic field that in which you are throwing into it to be. You can bring it into the idea of where it is that you are here in form. But first you have to actually get out of form in order to get into that space of nothingness, in order then to bring it and to encase it in form. And we're hoping you're understanding that, because it is that the more that you're encased in matter, the deeper you go into the material, the denser you become. And in that dense area, the conscious awareness sometimes has a difficult time of expanding beyond the perimeters of the matter itself, because it sees everything as contained and limited. But as you begin to lift your vibration through exercises of joy and gratitude and lightness, and working with meditation and breath work and so on to elevate your consciousness into a greater awareness, you are actually lifting your vibration. And as you're lifting your vibration, you're literally coming out of the form to the point in which the form itself collapses behind you, meaning that in which you have identified to be self, you recognize is no longer actually in the truth of who you are, until you're in the space of nothingness. And then when you're there, you can play in the field of the infinite possibilities without parameter, where everything is possible. And then you can tune in or tap in to that, bringing your awareness to it with the recognition that that vibration of complete, absolute divine love of the infinite quantum field of all that is a place in which you can choose then to harness and to start to bring through the vibration of the spiral down through the dimensions. And as it passes through the dimensions, it begins to drop into form and begins to encase itself, like impregnating itself in matter, until it becomes a new projection of your experience. And so wherever it is that you are now, if you are worrying about what has happened in the past and you are using your past experiences of what has been true to identify what will occur going forward, then you are influencing that projection from a limiting thought. And if you are worried all the time about what's going to happen in the future, you're projecting into that quantum field the projection of what you're worried will occur, and it continues to present itself in the present. So the only way to expand into something beyond what it is that you have known is to drop into the presence of the now with a conscious awareness into the quantum of the infinite, with the intent filled with the vibration of joy, that I shall and know in deep and absolute faith that something is so, that it begins to project into your experience that in which you're wanting. So we're just here to remind you of that, because sometimes you forget in the school of life, in the busyness of all that you do in the human experience. And it is that through the acceleration of the vibration at the moment on the time of the planet, your ability to create is expanding exponentially. And so in order to do that, moving into the vibration of balance of what Lakshmi is going to say, or what is wanting me to transfer to you. And so Lakshmi is coming forward with her beautiful, vibrant colors of red and orange and yellow, and the elephants behind her, and the vastness of her being that is so magnificent that I am in awe of her. She's wanting to remind you for a moment of giving and receiving, because it is that giving and receiving must be in balance in order to have abundance. You're looking for abundance in some area. But if you are giving and giving and giving and giving and giving all the time to others, and to the point of depletion or over-pleasing or worrying about what they think, and you're doing it and you're overextending yourself, you're very out of balance with the vibration of abundance, and at some point things will begin to dry. And if you're contracted because you're worried, I don't have enough money and I can't do that and this isn't going to work and it's never going to happen, I have to hold on to the little that I have all the time, then that vibe, and I can't give to anyone because I barely have enough for myself, that vibration is very out of balance. So there is a giving and receiving that is very important, that it is in balance, that you give unconditionally with a deep knowing and faith that you have enough. And Lakshmi always says, go out and give to a stranger a bouquet of flowers or a beautiful meal and bless them with abundance, and in a heartfelt way without need of recognition is one of the greatest ways to open the doorways to the golden light that she shall pour upon you. And so in doing that, in the balance of the giving and the receiving, in the willingness to move into the vibration of gratitude, in the remembering that you are absolutely and completely worthy, those particular keys are essential in opening the gateways, the flood of the projection from the infinite space of all that is, the vibration of abundance itself. And so with that, we're going to talk to Lakshmi now and bring in her magnificent and beautiful energy, for she is so magnificent and powerful. She's wanting you all now to take a nice deep breath. And as you're doing this, she wants you to imagine that this beautiful Merkabah is around you. For those of you who do not know what a Merkabah is, just imagine that you're sitting inside what might look like the Star of David if it was three-dimensional. And it's going to begin now to spin because she wants to spin it out of this orbit into the higher frequency where she dwells, into the fifth dimension. Now just imagine that you're sitting in this beautiful vehicle of light and it's starting to spin and spin and spin as it rises and rises and rises. And as it begins to rise, it lands in a beautiful foreign place. And this place is a country that you may be aware of. It is India. And this is India in the fifth dimension, not India now as you know it to be in the third, but in the fifth. And it is India at its most magnificent and exquisite beauty. And it is that the vibration of India is so magnificent because it fills all of your desires of the senses. It completely fills them. So I want you to look around now as if you are in the fifth dimensional frequency of India, and I want you to see all the colors. Yellow and red and hot pink and green and vibrant gold and white and blue and all the colors and the sparkles that are just filling your eyes as far as you can see. The vibrant color and light is glistening everywhere. And now I want you to hear the bustling of the sounds on the street and the chanting of the beautiful mantras coming from the temples. And I want you to feel and smell the aroma of all the scents of the spices that are sweet and sour and pungent and salty. The smells of the beautiful oils rubbed on the body. Feel the senses of being in this beautiful place. And know that the reason that Lakshmi loves to be here is because she feels fulfilled in the matter, in the sensation of sensuality, texture, form, sound, smell, and taste of being and feeling human. And she says to you, I, as Lakshmi, I'm looking at all of you. Feel my energy as I move toward you. Look out now on the horizon, out to the sea. And as you look out as far as you can see into the horizon, begin to feel my energy rise. And as I rise with my expanded love for you, I come with great blessings of gold. I am the vibration and activation of the birthright that is yours, of complete and absolute abundance, for there is no lack but the lack within your own mind. Open your heart now to me as I come and walk toward you, feeling my energy begin to rise. Do you feel it as I rise? I stand before you with my four arms and my beautiful garments of gold, my elephants on either side, and my enormous pot of gold. And I come to you today to bless you and to give you the gift of abundance. So close your eyes and know that I am here. Know, my dear sweet children, that I love you and I come with great blessings, with a deep and open heart and a willingness to show you the way that I see this world. For I live and dwell in a dimension that rises above where you are in form, and yet one in which you are moving toward rapidly. And so I want you to see all that I see, all of the grace and the beauty of the senses of moving through the vessel of the body. And in that you see the colors I want you to see the most beautiful and magnificent red cardinal. Do you see how red it is? How deep red it is against the beautiful white snow. I want you to see the orange and the pinks and the purples and the sun as it sets over the water's edge. Do you see the brightness and the beauty in that? I want you to see the green and the riches and the Amazon of the color and all the animals walking through freely as the birds are chirping and singing and the crickets and the summer night are out. I want you to feel the richness of that color in and all around you as you put your hands deep in the mud and feel the mud and the deep richness of the brown all over your body. I want you to feel the deep depth ocean blue color as you go out into the sea and you see a color that blows your mind in the beauty of its richness as you delve deep into the water, looking at the sea of the coral reef of the pink and the yellow and the orange and the blue as the dolphins come in and swim around you, emanating their joy, lifting you out as you fly up into the puffy clouds where everything is white and filled with lightness, descending over a mountaintop with the snow raining, looking over it as the sun hits it in a pink light of hue against its backdrop. Remember the earth and the waterfalls and the beauty and the butterflies and the blooming of the flowers, the crocuses and the daffodils. Remember all of the graces that you may see. Remember all of the laughter that you hear of the children playing and the opera singers singing and the chants in the distant temples and the prayers. Remember the feeling of holding a loved one in your arms and touching their hand as if for the first time. Remember the taste of something that you love to eat, or the coldness of the ice cream on your mouth, or the bitter lemon on your tongue, or the sweetness of the cake. Know that all of these blessings, the hot water in the morning as it runs across your body, the smell and the aroma of the coffee when you wake, the warmth of the sheets upon you as you sleep. Know that these are all the blessings of being human and they are right before you, and yet sometimes you forget. And when you forget, you take away my ocean and you recede it from me as I come to you along the waves of the beautiful ocean, bringing you the blessings of abundance. When you forget of all the beauty around you, the ocean begins to recede and the earth dries up into a crusted form in which you move like a turtle deep into your shell in the forgetting of the gratitude of all that is here for you now, only looking and searching for what is wrong, what's not working, what you don't have, and forgetting what you do. And so I come to you as Lakshmi to fill those waters again abundantly for you and to fill inside your energy centers, the centers where the lotus flower blooms that I sit upon, with golden, beautiful liquid light to fill them and to remind you that the gateway to all things that you are seeking is to look and to see the beauty and the abundance that is already before you, rather than that in which you do not have. And it is the bowing to the grace of the abundance in gratitude for what is that I open the gateways, the doorways for you to have more. So lay down now next to the ocean's edge, and as you lay there in the naked sand open, see that I come over to each and every one of you with my blessing. As I take out from the beautiful lotus flower that I sit upon, many for all of you, for there are endless amounts, and I place with on and upon you a lotus flower that is closed. Inside your root center, inside your sacral center, inside your solar plexus, inside your heart and throat and third eye and crown. Imagine now that lotus flower sitting upon you. Feel its energy and know that I am coming now with a rainbow of bucket colorful light that is swirling with gold and the vibration and alchemy of gold to reactivate and alchemize abundance within your energetic field, to remind you of the blessings that dwell within. For it all lives within inside of you, everything you are seeking. And so now place your hand upon your root, the deep red, ruby red of your root chakra, the redness of the blood that moves and goes through your veins. Open up the lotus now for me as I come over to you, pouring a beautiful golden liquid light that is swirling with ruby red into that center. And as I pour it down inside, I giving you the gift of physical health, of abundant health. And in order for you to receive this beautiful, abundant health, you must be grateful for all the things in your body that are working, all the things that are doing well, the feet that let you travel, the eyes that allow you to see, the ears that are open for you to hear me speak to you now, all the parts that are working. Drop deep into gratitude for the blessing of your body as you open your lotus to receive my liquid golden light for complete and perfect health. And now we are wanting you to close that flower tight and pull it like deep into your body, where it sits and begins to remain activated in my love. And now move over right now to the orange lotus vibration in the sacral area and imagine that flower opening. And as it opens, I come over to you now with my gorgeous golden liquid light as I swirl it with the energy and the vibration of a beautiful orange. Feel the beauty of the orange. Think of it. And as it swirls and swirls, it's going to drop into this area, opening and activating for you now your sensuality, your sexuality, your sense of creativity, the sense of sensuation, of feeling the idea of being on earth. And you may say, but I am not feeling sexual or beautiful or radiant or sensual or creative. Imagine a moment when you were. Imagine a moment when you had your creativity as a little boy or a little girl. Imagine feeling a moment where you felt beautiful or handsome or loved by another. Feel that moment and drop into deep gratitude for the moment you can remember that sense of great love, of sensuality, of sexuality, of creation itself. And in the blessing and in the gratitude of it, I open it as I pour this gorgeous golden liquid orange light into that lotus flower. Receive the activation of that blessing now. And as you receive it, pull back and receive that flower as you pull it deep into your sacral center. And now move up to your solar plexus as you open that gorgeous flower Know and feel me come over to you as I take the beautiful sunlight of yellow color like the golden sun, and I merge it with the liquid golden light of blessings and activation for you, spinning it and pouring it into your solar plexus, reminding you that you are powerful, reminding you that you came here with a gift, that you have gifts to share, that we are opening and activating those gifts to come out to play, that you feel that you are ready to own them, to honor them, to step into your power, to know who you are, and to expand your awareness to the greatest aspect of the beauty that resides in. And receive my blessing, moving into gratitude, knowing and finding and remembering any moment in time where you felt empowered, or you knew you were good at something, or you did a good job at something, or someone recognized it, knowing that inside of you are innate and talented gifts ready to come out to bloom and to blossom. Open this up as you receive it and feel the light moving in. And as the flower closes, pull it back down deep into your solar plexus and honor that. Moving up now, open the flower in your heart. And as you open it wide, push your shoulders back in an opening willingness to surrender to love, not to be afraid to be loved by another, not to be afraid that you will be rejected, that you will be hurt, but to be vulnerable and open and willing to be in love, to share love, to give love. To remember the times when your mother or your father or your sibling loved you, or a child loved you, or you held a baby, a moment when you felt the vibration of unconditional love for you without expectation, knowing that we are reactivating and blessing that now with your willingness to find gratitude for the love that you have had, the love that you know in your heart, the love that you give to others. To the elderly, to the one in need, to the little child, to the child in you. Open your heart to receive now as I'm pouring down this beautiful golden liquid light, swirling with emerald green like the forest, dropping into your heart. And as you receive that blessing of gratitude for the love that you are, close it and bring it down into your heart as it is embedded now within you. And as you feel that, move up now to your throat and feel it blooming and blossoming as you speak your truth, authentic to who you are, in gratitude for sound, for listening to the birds sing and the children play and the music coming, and all of the beauty of sound, and the gratitude for the fact that you can hear. Moving into deep gratitude for the ears, for listening, for being a listening ear to a friend or a loved one, or for them listening to you. For the vibration of being able to laugh and to cry, to yell and to scream, to honor the energy of the throat. In deep gratitude now, receive the blessings as we activate the authenticness of speaking your truth, and the beauty and gratitude for hearing and listening. As the golden liquid light comes down now, swirling and connecting with this beautiful blue, moving in as the flower closes, and you tuck it in now with great gratitude. Moving up now to our favorite place of all. As we open up and activating your third eye, feel it begin to bloom and blossom. As the lotus flower opens, I come in special. And as I come in, I go in there into the crystal inside the hemispheres of the left and the right, awakening and blooming and opening. Feel it opening like a flower inside your head to the vision beyond that which you can see in the dimension that you know that is so vast and beautiful. You get to see so much. You see your hands, your body, the room, the trees, the butterfly, the flowers, the puppy, the children, all the things that there are to see. It is endless as far as you can go. All of the tangible form in matter that you can enjoy to allow the pleasure of the eye to fall upon. You must find gratitude in that. You must. How can you deny the gratitude for the beauty that you can see with the eye? And with that deep gratitude, you open the vision to see beyond form, beyond matter, into the higher dimensions as you can see me more clearly. Do you see my beautiful eyes looking at you and my open heart radiating love to you with the elephants and the arms behind me and the golden coins raining all over you? See into the other dimensions as you see the angels and the ascended beings of light and love itself. And as that energy comes, it moves into your flower. As you tap your third eye, we activate it now for vision, greater vision to see more. And how do you see more? You see more with gratitude for what you already see. And so now we pour beautiful, deep indigo light, swirling with gold into the third eye as the flower begins to close it and it comes in even closer. Do you feel it now? Moving finally all the way up to the crown as you place upon your head the biggest lotus flower of all. As you begin to feel it coming out and blooming, I come over and above you, pouring down a gorgeous purple liquid light as it spins into the crown, activating through deep gratitude all of the blessings of all that is from Source itself, infinite possibilities of abundance for you. And now I come above you even further, raining golden coins all over you. Feel the vibration of unlimited abundance. It is your birthright. And know that it is so. And know that it is so. And with that now, the water of the ocean is full. The flowers are wide opened and blooming. And with the reminder that the way to receive is to give, and that the greatest vibration and energy that opens you to the infinite birthright of beautiful abundance is the willingness to bow in reverence and deep gratitude for what you already have. Many blessings and much love. Good day.
Good day.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining the call. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I love you guys. I hope you felt all that love from Lakshmi. It was very powerful. I am really looking forward to our class coming up next Saturday, the Starseed class. I know many of you are registered. Those of you who are not, you have until midnight to register. When you got this Zoom link, you also got information about it. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see everybody, I guess, next Sunday for another free call. Thank you for all of your donations. They're always so much appreciated. And I think that that's it. I'm very grateful for all of you. And what, honey?
The early bird special.
Yeah, and I don't want to reiterate it too many times, but I'm really know that we're going to do something big in the Starseed class. So if you're feeling called to be in it, tonight is the last night for the early bird pricing. Okay. Mwah. See everybody soon. I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kelly, love
I love
you.
you.
Thank you. Thank
Much. So
you.
grateful.
Kelly,
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Thank
Kelly.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly.
So much.
Thank you,
Love,
Kelly.
love
Thank you
you
so
all.
much.
Feeling all the love,
Love to
guys.
all your heart.
Love you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Love,
Love you,
Kelly.
Kelly. Peace, blessings
Thank
to
you,
everyone.
Kelly. Thank you,
Thank you.
Lakshmi.
So
Thank
grateful.
you, Raphael.
We love you,
Thank you,
Casey.
Raphael.
We
QC and
love you,
Kelly.
Kaylee.
Thank you.
Love you,
Thank you.
Casey.
Thank you so
Please
much.
post on YouTube.
Love you, Kelly. Lots of love.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Bye,
You're the
Kelly.
best.
Love
Hi,
you all.
everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Looking forward